We are joined now by President Obama's former Secretary of Defense and his CIA head, Leon Panetta. Secretary, thank you so much for your time tonight. To put a finer point on this, the current head of the CIA and the Secretary of Defense were in the Signal chat, positions you held. Pete Hegseth doubled down today. I want to play you a bit of what he had to say.
Nobody's texting war plans. Well, I noticed this morning out came something that doesn't look like war plans. And as a matter of fact, they even changed the title to attack plans because they know it's not war plans. There's no units, no locations, no routes, no flight paths, no sources, no methods, no classified information.
He's weeks into a job that you did for years. You've seen the texts. Your response to what Hegseth just said?
Well, the truth is the truth, and all you have to do is look at the copy of that transcription, and you can see that it contains very specific information about targets, about weapons, about platforms, about timing, in particular about timing of the attack. There's no question that this was an attack plan that should have been protected as highly classified information. This is a security breach, and there is no ifs, ands, or buts about the breach that it constituted.
Secretary Clinton, who you know well, she said the arrogance and incompetence puts the lives of our military men and women in danger. Give us a sense of what the real world danger is of having this information shared over Signal.
Well, look, the Defense Department, when I was secretary, and almost every Department of Defense develops war plans in order to deal with potential crises that are out there, and obviously prepares attack plans when we're doing a military action. That is the most sensitive, highly classified information we have because it does involve targets, it does involve weapons, and it does involve timing of the attack that is to occur. And any breach of that information, any compromise of that information could cost lives. It could undermine the military mission itself, and it could certainly weaken our national security.
Putting your Secretary of Defense hat on, if one of your deputies made an error like this, would you have revoked their clearances immediately, outright fired them right away?
No, there's no question that there is no excusing putting a journalist, of all people, a journalist, onto a secret discussion of our highest national security officials. That was a careless and reckless mistake. There is no excusing it, and that person should be fired because, frankly, it should never happen again.
What's more egregious in your estimation, that someone included a journalist on this chat, or that this, as you described, classified information was discussed over Signal?
Yeah, no, I mean, you've got a journalist. I mean, imagine that this happened to be a journalist who was at least aware of what was involved here. But imagine if you had had a journalist for an adversary, Russia, China, Iran. If they had access to that information, they would have immediately revealed it to our adversary, to Yemen. And in revealing that information, it would have given them the ability to strike our forces first, to go after our aircraft carriers, go after our destroyers, and literally take, hundreds of lives that would have been lost, and a mission that would have failed.
Secretary Panetta, as always, we so appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Good to be with you.